chemistryadventure.com.
This is Screencast 12.9, a little bit about enthalpy, one of those terms that is almost never used by the general public. It's heat at constant pressure, which is handy because that's the heat when things don't get pressurized. I think of that as heat that takes place, the heat change that takes place out in the world rather than in an enclosed, sealed up container. So it's usually the heat that you experience out in the world. It's given the symbol delta H or delta H for reaction. That would literally mean the change in enthalpy. What's the difference between heat and enthalpy? Well, I think it's pretty clear if you look at that right there. They're the same when the pressure is constant. So it's the heat change at constant pressure is enthalpy. Fine. If you have an exothermic reaction, the convention, and somebody just had to make this up, is they said, let's say that the change in enthalpy is negative. That might seem a little weird, and a lot of times these signs do, but an explosion, a wood fire, these sorts of things have a negative delta H. An endothermic reaction, that is something that requires energy and doesn't get very hot. That means you have to apply heat to the system, and for those cases, the enthalpy, the change in enthalpy, is positive. And that's just a little introduction to enthalpy.